out what your right times are to be posting on Facebook is look at, you'll see if you open up your Facebook browser on your computer, there's all these people on the right-hand side, and where it says more friends, you'll see that number. So right now I'm at 195, 196 that are on live Facebook right now. For me, that's kind of like in between, in the medium. Sometimes I'll get up to 250, 275, and that's when I know it's really great time to post. So just kind of keep an eye out for this number. You can also look at it on your phone. You probably won't be able to see me if I do it. Let me see if I can see myself on here. Yeah, you won't be able to see it. But if you go on Facebook on your phone, you can look at it on the top right-hand corner. You'll see like a little person. If you click on that, and then same thing, just scroll down a little bit, and then it will tell you more friends, and it'll have a number next to it. So look at that periodically through the day, because it might depend on, number one, where you live, because we're, kind of in different time zones, who your network is. Are most of your people stay-at-home moms? Are most of your people teachers? Are most of your people nurses working the night shift? So you kind of have to tailor it to the people that you're trying to attract. So make sure that you post at the right times. And also Friday nights and Saturdays and like Sunday morning, afternoon, pretty much like dead time. Everyone is either out doing family stuff, grocery shopping, like getting all those stuff done that they need to, that they don't have time during the week. So those are like, you can definitely post on those times, but don't do any like Beachbody invite posts or challenge group invite posts or before and after group or before and after picture posts. Don't do that. Do more of like the family stuff posts then. And also on holidays. Holidays are awful time to post. Holidays, I think, are a good time to post holiday things like family photos, that kind of stuff, like where you're going. Are you going on vacation? Like that. But I wouldn't be posting any like challenge group stuff on holidays, just because same thing. No one's really on their phone during holidays. Everyone's, spending it with the family. So post on the popular times, and you want to be posting 3 times per day. And I know when you're a brand new coach, posting 3 times a day and you're not familiar with Facebook can seem like, holy crap, what the hell do I talk about? All like, 3 times a day, that can be a lot and overwhelming. So I would say if you're kind of brand new and you're not posting yet, just post 1 time a day. It doesn't have to be all about Beachbody. We're not saying that. I would say if you are doing the 3 posts per day, just do 1 about health and fitness. And then the other 2 can be about those topics that we had you guys do, I think yesterday or the day before, about things that you're interested in, things that your friends are interested. So if you're a mom, obviously, tips on like getting stuff out of like clothes, I don't know, like mommy things, or if you are paleo and doing like paleo recipes, that could be another thing. Or talking about if you're getting married and talking about the wedding, or like what are my favors. Like there's so many different topics that you can talk about. So what I like to do is make a schedule of saying, okay, Monday, I'm going to post a recipe. Or for me, this is what I do. Monday is usually like, I post like a motivational workout picture of me for Monday mornings. And then Tuesday, I like to do the Transformation Tuesday. Wednesdays are recipes. Thursdays, I like to kind of do like a team post or something about the coaching opportunity. And then Friday, I usually do kind of like an athletic trainer, well, now I'm like, yeah, I'm leaving athletic training type of post. And then Saturday and Sunday are kind of like family posts, my husband, things that we're doing, that kind of stuff. So write down like Monday, what am I going to post about? Tuesday, what am I going to post about? That way when it comes 8 o'clock at night and you have 150 people on and you're like, oh my God, it's high time. What do I post? I don't have anything to post. And then you just like post something just to kind of get it out there. I wouldn't do that. If you don't have something planned and you're like scrunching for something, don't worry about it. Just let the time pass. I'd rather have some content that is good instead of just throwing content out there just for the sake of throwing something out there because you haven't posted yet. But really planning your post ahead of time is going to stop you from just not having anything to post when that stuff comes. So you really want to stop and think, what do you, when you're on Facebook and you're scrolling through the news feed, what do you stop and look at? What interests you? And for me, bright pictures, pictures that are clear, pictures that have words, pictures that are colorful, pictures of people that I know. I don't, for Beachbody stock images, and I'll show you what I mean when I say Beachbody stock images. Let me just pull it up really quick. Okay, so if I saw, you can see the picture, right? Everyone shake your head so I can, okay. So if I see this on my Facebook, like newsfeed, I'm going to think she's trying to sell me something. And I'm, number one, I'm probably not even going to stop. And even if I saw this one, would I stop? I might stop and see like, oh, that's a good looking girl, but I don't know her. Like I don't relate to her. But if I saw Kirsten sporting her abs, heck yeah, I'm going to stop because I know her, because she's a real person to me. I can relate to her. So don't use this Beachbody stock stuff. It really just, it's one of my pet peeves. Just don't do it. Be yourself. And yes, you're going to have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Yes, it can be, it's weird posting pictures of you and posting selfies of you. Yes, that's weird. But what I told myself, if I can make $2,000 a week posting pictures of myself on Facebook, would I do it? Heck yes. Like, duh. That's just like, of course I am. So just kind of, you have to get over that fear. We're obviously all beautiful women and have something to offer people. And that's what we're doing. We're just trying to fill a need, giving something to people for free that we can help them with. So besides, our challenge group posts and our clean eating posts and our coach opportunity posts, post something that's going to be of value to people. Something that you can, something even little that you might not think that people would find valuable. So I'm trying to think of something right off the top of my head. But say like you found like a really great, pair of boots on sale at DSW or something. And you let people know that. And like you're like a lot of your friends are like fashionistas and that type of stuff. They're going to be like, awesome. Like I'm running to DSW. So it might seem like something silly, but if your friends and followers like that kind of stuff, like that's what you want to be giving them. If people like clean eating, gluten-free, paleo, who doesn't like cookie dough recipes? I think anyone does. That's what I posted about tonight. So give people something of value that you can just give them for free. And no stock, no Beachbody stock photos. Use yourself. The apps that I like to use are WordSwag, because you want your picture to be clear. If it's going to be a yucky picture where it's not bright or you really can't see what it is, again, people are going to scroll right by it. So WordSwag is a good one. Rhonna Designs, RHONNA. I like to use Aviary, AVIARY, for like cleaning up my picture. So sometimes I'll take a picture and it's so dark, but I can use that app and it makes it bright. It's like the best thing ever. PhotoGrid is really good for making like before and after pictures, like putting pictures side by side. What you don't want to do with your pictures, let me share my screen again. Okay, so you can add a picture, right, to your post. You don't want to add two pictures to one post. that looks sloppy, number one. And number two, no one really, scrolls through that stuff. Like they just see the first picture that's on there. So a lot of times I see people posting like their vacation photos and they do it all in one clump. I'm like, no, why did you do it? Because you can break those pictures up into multiple posts. Repurpose your posts. So, if you do Instagram too, use the same thing for Facebook and use the same thing for Instagram. Don't keep reinventing the wheel and trying to come up with new things. You can really use the same thing in multiple times, or like you can show like the picture on Instagram and say, go over to my Facebook page, or if you do Pinterest, go over to my Facebook page to get the recipe. So you can use it in multiple ways, not just one. So only use one picture, make sure it's clear, make sure it has words, and make sure it's a picture of you. Tracy, you want to jump in with any other tips on photos, posting, popular times?
I think something that's really good to do is make sure you ask a question, like when you're posting. Like today, my post was, I try to relate my real life, and then like I went running today in my hometown. What's your favorite hometown memory? So people seeing, hey, Tracy's exercising naturally. She's a Beachbody coach. And then she's asking us a question as well. So people respond to it. And the more people, that like and comment on your post, the higher it goes in the news feed. You can also tag people, if the post is relevant, if you tag your friends. So I tag my husband a lot and stuff. Like we work out together a lot, so I'll tag him. So that way his friends can see my post as well. So your posts get out there to more people. And also, like, be real. People's going to know if you're being fake on your post. I read something not too long ago about this one was like, oh, your life is so perfect. You talk about your kids and how you have the most perfect kids. They never cry. Get real. Your kids cry. Everything's not always perfect. And people like to see, hey, you're a real person too. So, like, if I make a recipe and it's terrible, I'm like, look, I made this recipe and it is terrible. Don't make this. Don't do it this way. And I think people like to see, your personality. Like, she's human too. And people want a coach that they can relate to, somebody that's going to be real, somebody, I tell people I'm not Jillian Michaels or whatever. They want somebody real, they're trusting you, and they can see that all from your Facebook. That's about, and Rose got just about everything else.
No, I think those are great points to hit on. I did get a question that was emailed, and before I forget, because that kind of just jogged my memory, someone was talking about, falling off the wagon in terms of like meal prepping and workouts, and they haven't shared their story yet and kind of where to go from there. And I would say it's okay that you can post and be open and honest with people and say, hey, I haven't been working out. I haven't been prepping my stuff, I dropped the ball. Like, oops, I'm human, that happens to everybody. And I think sharing, like, that's a story. You can definitely share that. And people, like Tracy said, you're not Jillian Michaels. You're not absolutely perfect. And nobody wants you to be perfect. And I've had that a lot of times where people say, like, I couldn't relate to this other person because they just seemed like too perfect. Like nothing went wrong, nothing ever went, like their shit didn't, their, ish didn't stink. Everyone's does, like we all have bad days. And I'm not saying to talk negative on Facebook. I'm saying, how can you take your bad days and what lessons can you learn to apply it, So I always like, if I have something that's going on in my life, I always like to say, okay, how can I use this experience to help motivate and inspire others? Like, what can I learn from this and share with other people? Like, okay, you know what? Even though I'm stuck with a mattress and paper plates, I can still look on the bright side because I know there's a lot less less fortunate people than me, whatever. So you can always make something bad and make it into something good of the learning lesson that you learned from that. So that can also be a really good post. So
I got something, Rose. I don't mean I just come up with something. I was going to say, I think it's important that you also try to steer away from like politics and all that kind of stuff from your Facebook, because like I see some people, you know, everybody has their own views about some things, but when you get into politics on your Facebook, everybody's like, oh, well, I don't like Donald Trump and I love Donald Trump. I mean, people are going to say, oh, well, she likes Donald Trump, so I don't like him. I don't want her to be. I mean, you know, people are automatically going to have like this opinion about yourself. So I think it's important, you know, just leave politics out of your Facebook. If you, like Rose said, you know, make everything into a positive. You know, yeah, I burnt this chicken. I think that was funny. You know, here's a positive. I'm not going to cook it 10 hours next time I cook it. I will remember it's in the crock pot. You know, so don't be negative at all. You know, make every situation a bright. And I think whenever people get into politics, it just, whew, and I'm lost. For me, one, I hate to get on Facebook and see people posting about such and such, and I don't like that. I'm going to go on mute now because Elizabeth is.
Yeah, and nobody wants to really be a part of somebody that's always a Debbie Downer or a negative Nelly, or kind of a person that jumps on the bandwagon or of whatever is kind of going on in the news and like bringing people down. Like, people want to be uplifted. Like, you want to uplift people, and you want them to go to your page and go to your Facebook for a reason. You know, if they're having a bad day or something, like, they want to go to your page because they know that they're going to get something from it. What else did I want to make sure that we covered? So also, like, when you're thinking about your posts, ask yourself, like, what are you knowledgeable about? And what are you an expert in? And that doesn't mean you need to have a master's degree in it. That doesn't mean that you have to be perfect in whatever that expertise is. But give yourself credit. We all have something besides health and fitness that we can offer people. You know, did you go through a really bad illness that you can walk people through? Did you go through like maybe a really bad pregnancy that you can open up to people with? Because those things, while it's very vulnerable to kind of open up to those things, but those are really things that can, you know, really help somebody, because a lot of people struggle with those things. People don't talk about it. You know, one of those things, like, people don't talk about that. But a lot of people struggle with those things. So if you can use a life experience and share that story on Facebook, people are really going to be like, oh my God, I totally know how she feels. I relate to her. So whether that comes across as a challenge pack or not, regardless, you're forming these relationships with people. And maybe they don't buy a challenge pack from you, but you made a difference in their life. But maybe their aunt or uncle needs some help, and they're going to say, you know what, I really like Kirsten. You know, I know she's this health and fitness coach. And Lauren, why don't you message Kirsten? Because, you know, she's a really great friend of mine. Like, you never know where anything is going to lead. So always be posting in the mindset of helping people, not getting people. You're not getting people. You're just trying to help people with whatever you're posting. Tracy, do you have something you want to add in? No? Okay. Sorry. And what also Tracy said, make your post engaging with questions. I think I get the most like comments, because likes are good, but sometimes when people comment on your post, that goes up higher in the news feed. So Facebook kind of like ranks all of the posts based on how many likes it got, how many comments it got, how many shares that it had. So when you get comments on it, it'll go up higher in the newsfeed. So asking people for advice. Hey, we're thinking on going on vacation. You know, where is the best place in the Caribbean that you've been to? You will get a ton of response. So a really great book that I read, it's called Jab, Jab, Right Hook. I don't remember the author. Jab, Jab, Right Hook. But he really just talks about using social media for business and how to use it in a way that you're kind of almost jabbing. So you're doing little posts of recipes and asking people for advice and, you know, sharing what sneakers you run with, or sharing an aha moment you had, reading your personal development book, whatever. So those are like little jabs. And then your hook is going to be your challenge group invite, your coaching opportunity invite. So you're going to be kind of jabbing with those, and that's what you kind of would use that advice post for. So sometimes I do, like, I'll wear like 2 dresses and I'll say, which dress should I go with? Dress A or dress B? And I'll get like 50 comments just from that. So that would be like my jab post. And then after that, because Facebook knows my post is popular, so they're putting it on the news feed. And my next post that I do, they're going to automatically put that up higher because my last post got higher. So it's really just a smart technique to use to get people's eyes on your hook post, the post for your business that you want more eyes on. So asking people for advice, whether it's vacation, a dress, a haircut, maybe you're going on vacation, how do you pack for a family of 4? Or, what should I, I'm packing, what should I not forget? Those types of things you can ask people. And tell people what to do in your post. So tonight in my post, the first thing I said was share if you like cookie dough. I'm telling people to share this. When I do like my Success Club posts for the team, I'll say, help me congratulate these awesome coaches by commenting Yahoo or woohoo or way to go, or by liking this post, or give a shout out to a person that on this Success Club list. So I'm telling people what to do, and you'll be surprised when you say comment or when you say like or share, people will actually do what you say. You just have to give them direction in the post. And like Tracy said, have questions at the end. So whether it's asking advice or asking, did you get your workout in on Monday? What did you have for dinner tonight? What's your favorite TV show? Or, anything that you're going to get a response from people. So I would say 9 out of 10 times I always have a question within my post. And make sure that you're commenting and liking on each other's posts. Obviously, we're a team and we do make money from each other. If we have more team volume as a team, we're all going to earn more income. So if we comment and like on each other's posts, obviously they're going to help get our posts higher on the newsfeed so our friends and family can obviously see our posts. And make sure that you're connecting with people that you want to connect with. So what I mean by that is go through your Facebook friend list. Just go to your page, go to friends, and start with A. And so start with, people's name that starts with A, and set a timer for like 5 minutes and just scroll through those A's and kind of look through, 1, who might be a really good challenger, 2, who might be a really good coach, and then go to their page. Because if you haven't went to their page in a while, if you haven't liked or commented on their posts, you probably are not seeing what they're posting. But if you go to their page, Facebook is going to know, all right, Rose went to Lisa's page, and that means Rose wants to see more of Lisa's posts. So you're going to see more of that person. So if it's somebody that you think might be a potential good challenger, good coach, go to their page. Make sure you like and comment on their posts. Obviously, don't be fake. People can sense that a mile away. Be genuine. If it's something that you like it. If it's something that you can comment about, comment on it. Because when you do that, they're going to see more of your posts too. Facebook will know that you're communicating with that person, and they'll say, oh, okay, Rose commented on Lisa's stuff, so I'm going to show Lisa more of Rose's stuff, and vice versa. So really comment and like on the team stuff, and comment and like on your friends that you want to bring into your Beachbody world. And then, of course, adding those 5 friends per day. I think, we all talk about this in the Getting Started Right call, but that is something that is so simple to do that you can forget. And yeah, I mean, I do it all the time. I forget to add 5 people per day. But when I then get back on the wagon of adding those 5 people per day, it makes a huge difference because it's just more people in my network. If I'm talking to the same 30 people over and over and over, what's going to happen? I might piss those people off. But say 15 of those people join me, great. And 15 of those other people don't, okay. I still need to be expanding. And with Facebook, obviously, there's millions of people out there. So keep adding those 5 people per day. I've been doing this for 2.5 years, and I can still find people to add. People, I go to parties or even at work, I still keep meeting new people. You can always find people on Facebook. You can, go to your, I'll do this really fast too. My computer froze. What I was going to say is in this search bar up here, you can put friends of friends. So write this down, and it has to kind of be in that way. Friends of friends who like soccer. Friends of friends who like Pretty Little Liars. Friends of friends who, so you can really search and, what is this? Search and narrow your focus of people that you're trying to find on Facebook. So friends of friends who like mom something, or friends of friends who like Babies R Us, or I don't know, Gerber. Like you can always find people through that way too. So using this search bar, friends or friends who, and you can literally type in anything at the end of that. Let me see if this will work. Sorry. And I wanted to just show you. Got it. Okay. No, this one too. All right. This doesn't want to work for me. But if you go to your page and go to My Friends, Find Friends, you can search people through your college, your high school, where you worked, what towns you lived in. Like you can really dig deep with finding people. And then also I like doing this, going to like my best friend's page, and I'll just like look through her friends list. And I'm like, all right, I remember that person. Like that's her aunt, that's her uncle. We have like 10 people in common. Okay, cool. Like I must know her from somewhere. Or, oh, she's from Sayreville. We grew up together. So there's always a way to be expanding your network of adding friends. Let's see, what else? Oh, and finding people through groups. So there's so many groups on Facebook. You can search for groups, if you're a runner or you like paleo, or there's a certain band or TV show that you like, or maybe there's like a local like health food store that you like, that you can, join that group or like that page and start connecting with those people on there. And like I said before, don't be fake, because people can sense that a mile away. But start making connections with people, because those are going to be people that are really, really outside of your network that you might not be friends of people with. But it's going to be people that you're going to have in common, like, you're going to have things in common with them. So just going to groups, there's so many groups on Facebook. Tracy, do you do any of the groups on Facebook? No, I did, like I have PCOS, so I've joined that. So if you have like a health illness or something that you went through, like you can always find like those support groups and, start making friends through there. So it's just another way of kind of expanding that network. I'm just kind of going through my notes, making sure I said everything I wanted to. Oh, challenge group event invites. Those are 2 things I wanted to go over. How to do event invites and how to do open up groups. Let me see if my internet is working. Okay, now it's working. All right, let me try and share this again. All right, so I like to use the event invites to invite people to my challenge groups. So if you just go on the left-hand corner, go to events, just click on it. And then you're going to click on create event. You're going to name it, what did I name mine? Like Fittober or Fall for Fitness, whatever you want to, what jazzy name you want to give it, right? And then you're going to add details. In the group, I'll post exactly what I write. Literally, you can steal what I do word for word. I pretty much do the 21-day fix for people, but obviously anybody can join my challenge group, whether they do PiYo or Insanity or whatever, because I'm going to be talking about the same things, health and fitness, that kind of stuff, and giving accountability and support and motivation. So I'll give you exactly what to say in the details. You just add where, and I always say like at home or in your living room or wherever, like any, something like that, so people know like you don't have to really go anywhere. And then when. I always choose 2 weeks from today. So today is the 14th, and I always start my challenge groups on a Monday. So I would start at the 26th, and I'm actually running one on the 26th. So I'll show you what mine looks like. So I made this picture in PicMonkey. You can, it's just a computer. It's not like an app. Just go to picmonkey.com and you can make it for free. So I put like my before and my after picture. And I put Fittoberfest starting October 28th, blah, blah, blah. Starting time, October 26th, Monday. Where? Your home, your living room, wherever you can find space. And then with the details, I kind of just talk about, what's coming up now. We're having Halloween and candy and all that, all that stuff. And then comes the turkey and Christmas and, and more junk. And, this is the time people really start piling on things. So that's what I'm going to first talk about in the first couple sentences. And then after that, I kind of go into, do you need help with this? Does this sound like you? Are you ready to learn the right way of healthy eating without starving? What's the answer? Portion control. So I'll put this in the group page so you can literally all use it, copy paste, make it your own. You can obviously change a few words. And then what you can do, so once you do your event invite, you can post in this event each day. So each day and I have to do this tonight when we get off the call, but let me find like an old one that I did. So each day you can post in that event invite of things like Shakeology and a little bit of the workout and about the portion control and why this isn't a diet. Post Shakeology recipes that people might find delicious. I did a little preview of the 21-day fix. I did a little bit of recipes for the 21-day fix dinner. I showed my cousin's before and after picture. I talked about the containers. So I literally use this time and time again. I just take this, copy and paste it, and put it in my new event invite. And I've pretty much done that for a year and a half straight, and it's worked pretty well for me. So that's the event invite. When people click join or they click maybe, I automatically send them a message. I say, hey, I saw that you were interested. I saw that you clicked join for my group. Why are you interested? So I always make sure that I reach out to them, and I always make sure my first thing out of my mouth, well, obviously I say, hi, how are you? How you been? Small talk. But I always make sure I say, why are you interested? Even if they say, how much does it cost? I always say, well, it depends on what you need. Why are you interested? What are your goals? So you can always take control of that conversation. And next week, if we have time, we can do another Zoom on how to have conversations, because I think that's a huge topic, especially for new coaches, on really how to talk to people, how to get over those objections, because you're going to get a lot, and that's completely normal, because this is new for people to see you in this type of role. So objections are just questions that people have. So we'll help you with that next week. I don't want to kind of get too ahead of myself, but so this is how you make the event invite. And then once they make that purchase, then I will add them into my private group page. So to make a group, you just go to the side here, click on groups, click on create group, and then name your group, October Fit Challenge, add your members, and then click on secret. Secret means only people that you add can find the page, only people in the group can find the page, and nobody else knows it exists. Closed groups mean that only people in the group can see what's being said, but other people can see that a group exists. So I always just make my groups secret, and then I click create, and then as people purchase the challenge packs, I add them in the group. And I always start my challenge groups, I would say, so if I'm starting at the 26th, I always start it like that Thursday or Friday before, so I can kind of give them prep tips with shopping, how to, look through their 21-Day Fix booklet, how to plan out their meal plans, give them tips like that. So I always start it a few days before just to prep. All right, I know I threw a ton of Facebook info, so I'm going to be quiet. Tracy, if you have anything else you want to add, and we'll just kind of open it up for everybody else to ask questions. No one has questions? Anyone have any concerns with posting things on Facebook on what to post? Are you having success with what people are what you're posting with? Are you getting a lot of traction?
I didn't have any questions, but the book that you were talking about, the Jab, Jab, Right Hook book, it's by Gary Vaynerchuk.
That's his name. Yep.
I see it every day while I'm working out at Danielle's. It's literally in my eyesight while I'm doing squats. And as soon as you said it, I was like, where have I seen that? I know that author, but I haven't read the book yet.
No, it's a really good, and it goes over Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook.
I had no idea. I honestly thought it was one of her husband's sports books. I never would have even known. I just see it there. So now I know. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that's great.
I have a quick question. So when you're doing the challenge group, say you have, I already have some people sign up and buying stuff, but then say there's other people that are super, super interested with, could I just add them to the group without them purchasing, or is that kind of a bad move? Just to let them kind of see what goes on, or just kind of stick with the people that purchased as go into the group?
I personally would not add them. In the beginning, I think I did add them. Would I say it's a mistake? No, it was, just something I learned. I just feel that I'm giving people of something of value. Mm-hmm. So whether it's whether maybe they don't buy the challenge pack, maybe they just get a workout, or maybe they just buy Shakeology samples. I always feel like they need to make some sort of commitment, because that's what it really is. Because when people get something for free, what do? They take it for granted. When you go to Sam's Club and you get a free sample of something, do you really remember what that was? No, because it was free. You just pop it in your mouth and you go with it. You don't think about it again. But if you had to pay something for it, or had to kind of contribute or commit to that, you're kind of more likely to stick with whatever goal that you were setting. So say you just put the person in your group, but there was no commitment there because they didn't make that step. They're probably, even if they're oh, I'm just gonna run, or I'm gonna walk, or I'm gonna try and clean eat on my own, they're not gonna give it their 100%. But that, I would say go with your gut, see what works for you. You can try it once, and if it doesn't work out, or you can do a free 5 clean eating group. And in the Team Arise file section, there's millions of 5-day clean eating groups that you can take with recipes, meal plan, and just run that for those people who aren't ready to commit.
Okay.
Tracy, what do you?
I've had a lot of people. Yeah, I've had a lot of people actually order the 21-day fix or something off an infomercial, and they'll say, "Hey, I have the 21-day fix now. I'm ready to join your group." You know, like it's like they're not completely aware of like how it all works. And Beachbody automatically assigns you a coach whenever you order something off TV or through Beachbody. So you can actually have the people who ordered off the infomercial switched over to you where you can be their coach. And I always add those people in my challenge group, and then I explain to them, you know, how it works. And it seems like they've always been pretty good about referring me to other people, you know, to their friends or whatever, after they learn, hey, I should have went through Tracy and not the infomercial. So that happens a lot, people ordering through infomercials with me. I don't know if you get that a lot, Rose.
In the beginning, yes, because I wasn't straightforward with people. So be straightforward with people and say, you know, I'm a coach. I'm here to help you, and make sure that, you know, you go through the process with them of saying, if I sent you a video, when will you be able to watch it? That way we can get on the phone, whatever. You know, just go through the how to have a conversation document. It's in the Coach Basics file section and in the team page file section. But that way you're not missing anything, and people aren't just kind of, you know, going to Amazon or whatever. And another thing that brought up, people can also sign up just for free memberships. They can just get a free membership, kind of look around the website. They can get some recipes. So for those people, you can say, you know what, you can still sign up for a free membership. That way, at least if they do ever purchase, they are already connected with you. So that's kind of like one less step that you have to take with that person. And then also remember, we have the Beachbody On Demand, that they can do 30 days free with the workouts. And I think that is invaluable because there's so many workouts that are on there. That is something great that you can offer people for free. And you can even do like a free like 10-day group with just that, like a free 10-day Beachbody On Demand group. All right. Everyone else good? No questions? All right. So we'll try and stick to this same time next week. So next Wednesday, 8 o'clock, and that will be our last call. Really try and get the most out of these groups. I know that we're giving you ladies a ton of information, but really try and soak it all in as best as you can. We'll obviously leave the group open and, you know, send out the recordings. But the more that you are active with this, the more that it's going to kind of, you know, sink in, and that action is going to then equal success. You know, if you just kind of sit and watch, yeah, you're getting information, but you're kind of still sitting still. So you might think that you're doing something just by watching, but you really have to be doing. Just, if it's right or wrong, it doesn't matter. Just be doing it. Any last word, Tracy? Last words?
Hump day.
Hump day. All right. Great. All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining, and we'll catch you in the group. Have a good night.